An individual named Mark Fagel, who had previously worked as a securities lawyer for the Securities and Exchange Commission, brought up the question of whether or not a settlement between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is even possible at this point in time. CC former attorney Mark Fagel provides clarification on the reports that have been circulating regarding a settlement. According to his previous position, the parties are not currently looking for any kind of settlement and are waiting for the judgment that the district court will make about the remedies phase. He confirmed this view. Both Ripple Labs and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission have made requests for a ruling that contains all of the relevant information. According to Fagel, since the case was filed, they have attended around 150 of these sessions, which are held almost every week. These meetings reportedly take place almost every day. Cryptocurrency Twitter was under the assumption that at each and every one of those meetings, a settlement was being negotiated. However, this is without a doubt the suitable option. He made it clear that he did not accept any kind of settlement. According to Cohn Debat, that the Securities and Exchange Commission will discuss a number of themes, some of which include the introduction and resolution of administrative processes and injunctive measures, the resolution of lawsuit claims, and enforcement proceedings. It is believed that the primary emphasis of the discussion will be on resolving injunctive claims or finding a settlement in the Ripple XRP lawsuit, given the recent developments in the Binance litigation, which will take place in light of those events. Participants in the market are keeping a close eye on the most recent developments and are waiting for the conference to determine whether or not there will be any kind of settlement. There are indications that the cryptocurrency known as XRP, which is linked with Ripple Labs, may return to the degree of popularity it had previously achieved. These indicators are the result of recent sentiment analysis, as well as anticipated regulatory reforms. An optimistic sentiment among investors was observed. There is a probability that the digital asset may experience a positive trend, as indicated by the imminent settlement negotiation with the SEC as well as the technical signals. According to the measurements of sentiment that were provided by the Paul Barron Network, the overall attitude regarding trade was 65, the sentiment regarding volume was 61, and the overall average mood was 55. A meeting to discuss the anticipated settlement talks is scheduled to take place on July 18th. According to the notice that was issued by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) under the Sunshine Act. At this meeting, we are going to talk about injunctive actions, administrative procedures, and the resolution of litigation claims. Additionally, we are going to cover the establishment of such activities and making arrangements for their settlement. It has been suggested that the Securities and Exchange Commission would decide to abandon its lawsuit against Ripple, which would be a huge event for XRP. This would be a great news for the cryptocurrency. The fact that this information has the capacity to influence fluctuations in the market makes it of the utmost importance. The outcomes of the XRP may be able to surpass 60 cents. According to a technical analysis, nevertheless, it will encounter resistance somewhere around 62 cents as a result of better sentiment and the potential resolution of legal concerns. This barrier will be seen somewhere around 62 cents. There is a possibility that this phase is a sign that XRP is on the verge of witnessing an upward trend. During the previous week, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse brought attention to a number of positive indicators for the cryptocurrency XR. In his presentation, he focused a significant amount of stress on the need of having a reliable benchmark reference for institutional Bitcoin financial instruments. On July 29th, it is predicted that the CM Group will launch this benchmark, which have the potential to be beneficial for XRP. Earlier, Ripple had sold its interest in MoneyGram and other companies, which was an indication that the company was getting ready for an exciting period in the future. This was demonstrated by the fact that the company had sold its investments. There is also the possibility that XRP might be relisted on Robinhood as early as August. This would be a significant step toward expanding the awareness of cryptocurrencies in the market, and it has been predicted that this could happen. The decision made by the CAM Group to set a benchmark reference rate for institutional cryptocurrency products is another action that has to be commented on. The confidence that surrounds the future of XRP is further bolstered by the enhancements that Ripple has made to investments, as well as the prospect that it could rely on Robinhood. The ARG coin is going to be the topic of discussion in this episode. Be sure to keep an eye out for its stake in Ethereum, which has recently surpassed all previous milestones in terms of price. In the most recent case, they applied a significant amount of emphasis and pressure. When we looked at the back end, we noticed a substantial increase in the previous value. Customers of Salesforce have the option to pay with XRP, which is a cryptocurrency. Real United States dollars comparison, an update on Ripple's position as a stablecoin, and a Ripple to the CC's lowest suit update are all included in this article. I've got you out of trouble. I have faith that we will be able to fit everything in. Currently, it is trading at 1.25% for $T and $1 for $C, both of which are coming in at $99, which is not a dollar. Within the span of 24 hours, the value of Bitcoin has either increased or decreased by a total of 23. At this moment, the price of Ethereum is 3.014, and 3 pigs is representing XRP. Baby, do you have any notion what these events are taking place? You have it right. From 43 cents to a big fat hot 44 cents, the pricing range is within that range. I am aware that you ought to contact the authorities now. If you decide to call someone, it is a sign of mercy. Over the course of the last 24 hours, it has had an overall growth of 1%. There are currently $2 trillion and $173 billion worth of cryptocurrencies that are actively traded on the market. It is not required of you to conform to the views that I hold. The fact that I was involved in a brief Twitter disagreement, or whatever you want to call it, the Twitter battle, was confirmed to by David Schwartz. I was participating in the Twitter conflict. Ever since Schwartz came into the scene, he has been there for me and has never wavered from his belief that I was right. There was never a total of $380. When compared to the price in the United States, which was never attainable, the price in South Korea was $360. Consequently, it is likely that it is at a different all-time high in your region of the world currently. However, this is solely for the purpose of my channel price list, because I am located in the United States and I adhere to the policy of the United States. Please note that this is only for your advantage. The price of $2.80 is currently the all-time high. We are confident that we will surpass all expectations and establish a new record high during this bull run. We have a strong belief that we will do this. On the other hand, in order to save some time, let's take a look at the lawsuit that Ripple has filed against the ECA. These are the results that we acquired from our investigation. The 31st of July was suggested by Fred Rye as a potential date, so it is not a problem at all. In addition to this, he claimed that there would be no argument over the matter and that the business would be liable to a penalty that would not exceed $25 billion. He argued that the court will rule that any transactions that she considers to be unlawful will be permanently enjoined, and that none of the new contracts that Ripple cited are legally before her. He also stated that the judge will never let any of the sales to take place. The Securities and Exchange Commission will be forced to initiate a fresh legal action if it is of the opinion that he made statements that contradicted her decision. This is because of the aforementioned circumstance. When it comes to Ripple holders, the time of glory is here, and I can assure you that you cannot afford to lose out on this opportunity. There has been a disclosure of sensitive information by the Chief Executive Officer of Ripple, which has the potential to significantly affect the case that is being filed against the Securities and Exchange Commission. For the sake of brevity, let's begin with a disclaimer because we can't just let it go without more ado. This month, according to the recommendations of the specialists, the trial is expected to come to a successful conclusion. In addition to this, they are discussing the possibility of increasing the value of XRP ripples to $508. That is the peculiar world in which we operate. The digital asset known as XRP, which was invented by Ripple Labs, has been the focus of a great deal of discussion and conjecture among members of the cryptocurrency world. As Jack, a user on Twitter, pointed out, there have been some individuals who have referred to it as a time bomb that is slowly ticking away. The cryptocurrency known as XRP has shown quite a bit of volatility and has the potential to experience exponential growth. Given recent events, it would appear that the digital asset may be on the approach of entering a new era that is driven by both technology breakthroughs and legal resolutions. This seems to be the case in light of the fact that recent